Hi, I'm Velshi with MSNBC. By now, you've probably heard about the draft opinion in which the Supreme Court overturns the landmark abortion case Roe v. Wade. The leaked opinion, authored by Justice Alito and signaling a reversal of 50 years of a constitutionally protected right to abortion, was authenticated by the Chief Justice the following day, who called the leak a singular and egregious breach of trust. Joining me for A More Perfect Union is Jeffrey Rosen, President and CEO of the National Constitution Center. Jeff, this type of leak is nearly unprecedented. Tell us what the draft opinion means for the future of the Supreme Court.
Well, both the liberal and the conservative justices are concerned about the effect of the leak and the draft opinion on future trust in the Supreme Court as an institution, but for different reasons. Justice Clarence Thomas this week has said that the leak may have irrevocably sundered trust in the institution and that justices will always be looking over their shoulder. Basically, he's saying that if citizens can't trust the court to operate as a court, they can't trust its nonpartisan legitimacy. But the liberals are concerned about trust for a different reason. They think Justice Alito's approach to precedent suggests that the conservative justices will overturn any precedent they think is wrong. And in fact, the late Justice Antonin Scalia said that Justice Thomas would overturn any decision he thinks is wrong. Scalia said, "I wouldn't do that because I'm not a nut." Basically, he meant that precedent has to count for something. Now, in his draft opinion, Justice Alito adds two new questions to whether you should overturn a precedent, including whether the reasoning was egregiously wrong and the original quality of the legal reasoning. For some, that means that the conservative justices will re-examine every precedent from the ground up and basically will overturn it if they think the reasoning was wrong. The counter-argument is that they'll give some weight to precedent in the future. This is a huge question, Ali, because it raises the question, will marriage equality be overturned? And will other precedents on which Roe relied, including protection for the right to contraception? So we'll find out all that down the line, but there's no question that in the past 40 years, this is the biggest challenge to the nonpartisan legitimacy of the Supreme Court. It's exactly what Chief Justice Roberts has tried to avoid since he's become Chief Justice. And whether or not Roberts is able to forge some kind of compromise and avoid this very divisive split is something that we'll find out by June.
We have a lot of important discussions, and this ranks up near the top of them. Jeff, thanks as always. Jeffrey Rosen is the president and CEO of the National Constitution Center. Be sure to follow Jeff and the National Constitution Center on Twitter @RosenJeffrey and @ConstitutionCTR.